The last probably couple of years, probably the last 4 years to be honest, have been really, really brutal. We had obviously the really bad drought, which was like 2 years. We had basically no rain. And then after that, or coming towards the end of that, we had a mad bushfire that just disintegrated and turned everything to ashes. So we were already down as it was, and then we had that, and we just finished doing some new fencing, and yeah, it just basically got vaporised. So we had to turn around and do that, and then it rained, and then we had a mouse plague. So yeah, we've sort of had like 4 years have been, like financially, probably the worst financial years I think I've ever had in my life. The fire originally started down on the New South Wales border or close to there, and it was basically out of control, and they had heaps of crews on it, and they just kept losing the fight. It just kept coming and coming and coming, and we'd already started doing our fire breaks, and we knew it was probably more than likely it was going to come. It was going to be probably more volatile than anything we'd ever seen before, because we'd had like 2 years of dry. And we had a lot of fuel, and it was so dry and dead. I mean, the fire, they were telling me over there, the fire was actually burning along the top of the dirt. And we'd done some coal burning prior to that, and which was really, really effective. If we didn't do those coal burns, the next valley over, where all the houses and that, they would have just been lost, and that's just all there is about it. So we were lucky we got in and did some coal burns and did some fire prep prior, which is really, really important. I can't stress it enough that if we don't do coal burns, the bush and everything that lives in the bush will be lost. Because after you have a wildfire go through where the flames are that high and it's very destructive, and you come with me for a day, euthanizing koalas and everything else that are burnt beyond your imagination, and their screams is just so spine chilling, and you hear it because you wonder what the noise is, because you're not used to hearing them scream in pain. And you walk through the bush and all you can hear is screaming koalas, and you've got to put them down. It's very, very emotionally and mentally draining, and it makes you angry because it could have all been avoided. Rural Aid for the past 4 days have been assisting me in a lot of different ways, really. But the main thing that they're helping us with currently is all the fencing. You'll see all the new fencing there behind us. They've done an absolute magnificent job, and actually brought me lunch as well. So I felt really, I feel really indebted to them. The specs of having to do it on my own is like what we've achieved, because there's 7 of us working. It's like what we do in 7 days would take me like 40 days to do it. It's incredible, the speed up, the catch up. Very rare you find people like that in life. They're a special breed of people. They're they're so selfless in what they do, and they're very special. So I feel very blessed that I've had the opportunity to meet those people and to actually work with them. I can't thank them enough.
Yeah.
I can't thank them enough.
Yeah, great.
So.
Yeah, no,
Okay, what we're doing here in Warwick is we have 21 volunteers who have come for the week, and they're working on 3 farms. The farmers were affected by fires that came through here about 18 months ago, and you think that's a long time ago, but honestly there's still a lot of damage you can see. Farmers are time poor, they get the farm up and running, but a lot of these fencing jobs, for example, they just can't get to them. And also one farm we're working on was flood affected. So it's 2 different types of disasters that have come through this area. And of course there's a mouse plague as well, and some of them are having difficulty with that as well.
This current year in 2021 is probably the best year we've probably had in the last, let's be serious, probably last, I can't remember, say 25 I've looked. But as far as the last few years have been, it's just been a compounding thing. I mean, we had the dry, it's been dry, we've had dry summers, we've been trying to get crops off, and then the fire came along, and that just added to the workload. Well, for this area, the fire in 2019, this area was a devastating fire. I can't say we've seen many fires here on the opposite side of the valley. It's burned its way around here. To a degree, I won't say we've been lucky, but I suppose we have been lucky they managed to stop it here, and the fires around here are usually slow fires. It was just 2019, all the balls seemed to line up, and once it got going, it got going. It was when they said they were coming, that got a bit scary. because I thought, oh, what am I going to do for these people? Where I've worked at most of my time, it's been sort of ones or two, and now I've got 6 people giving me a hand, and things are getting done so quickly. They're helping me clear the lines. I've got a wire winder. We roll up any wire that's substandard. Then we're getting rid of all the old wooden posts that were badly burnt. Pulling out the steel posts that were in between. We're getting those out of the road. We're replacing it, thanks to the Commonwealth Government, thanks to other people. We're replacing it with new steel posts. It's about 500% better than the original fence. I know that it's an adventure for them, and this is the biggest trouble, and I hope it stays an adventure, because I'm deeply indebted to them.
It's a great organisation, and such a caring and kind organisation, and everywhere we go we tell everybody about it. Sign up, join Farm Rescues, Farm Army, get on the website, sign up, don't delay, because it's so good to give back.
Yeah, when we arrived on Monday morning, we drove up here and we thought, this track just keeps going, where are we going? And then we met Chris up here and he walked us through the project up the top there, and we all thought, hell, this is going to be one hell of a week, and it's turned out brilliant. And he's been fantastic to work with. I think he's enjoyed our company. Well, I know he has, and now we're looking at a fence line that we're proud of. It's straight, still standing, and he's ecstatic. So it's a fantastic result, and we're not finished yet. As a team, when we were sitting around having lunch the other day, he and Chris and his cousin Graham came up, and we were just listening to them. They've had fires, drought, the mouse plague just absolutely nailed them, and it just makes you know that you think you might be having a dirty day at home, but just toughen up. Yeah, just toughen up, and it's a pleasure to listen to them. Yeah.
Only one.
This connects to the car.
Yeah, no, but you've only got one of those hand pieces.
So this is you. Oh, good. That's a good dad joke.
Held up, it would be better for everyone involved. Get right up. Well, if you want to go around that way, I'll cut right up there. You don't have to go up there.
Hang on. Now you need to be reminded again. The position for which I'm employed here is to be the team leader.
Just run this. Strain this up.
Now strain this up, mate.
That'll be done.
I'll get your post in for you.
No, thank you.
So I'll go and get the hammer now.
Right, good. Steel posts.
Pull it back as best you can.
Hang on a second, I'm just going to move a stick. Hang on.
That's what he said. We've got a much bigger post, so we've got to change the fitting.
Do you want me to pull this up or back, all right?
I have enough chain here. That makes a post. Right, now then where's all the wires here.
You're pretty much in trouble. How you going up there, Ron?
Waiting.
I see the jeweller's not here.
We do.
Danielle.
Yeah, well, Mark's down at the showground.
You're right.
Not the plain one, but the next two. You there, girls?